What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 325. We are back with a great one today, talking to you about everything from this weekend. UFC Apex, one of the greatest Apex cards ever going into it. Coming out of it was pretty damn good. Only a couple terrible fights on the card, and they were terrible when they happened. But hey. It's the Apex. You got to expect some of that. But we did also have a PFL card from Dubai that has some good stuff on it, some solid stuff, some sad stuff as well. We'll get into that. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate everyone that does. Well, let's go. First thing to talk about for today, UFC Fight Night. Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. Fight between two top 15 bantamweights. And this was...
abysmal.
Yeah, man. Going into it, we obviously recognized how flawed Vinicius Oliveira is in his skill set and his ability, and very much doubted his potential in this division and what he could do to a guy like Mario Bautista. But we at least knew, like, all right, he's got the wackiness, he's got the wildness, he's got that first, second round potential of maybe to get something done. But assuming that Mario's just going to be better, probably isn't going to get clipped by him. And then as the fight wears on, he's going to, whether it's with the grappling or just constant work on the feet, he was going to tire him out, possibly get a late sub, get a decision win solidly. First things first. I don't.
Vinicius sucks.
Well, but like even before.
Sorry, but that's just what I feel like is first things first. Anyway, go on.
Just the wildness even just wasn't even there.
Nope.
It truly just felt like all bad decisions from Vinicius Oliveira in this fight, constantly, one after another.
He did make a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, like it just stacking on top of each other until he, like, it's one we talk about it. He'll get tired, but he goes through the tired. He'll visibly look exhausted, but he still goes. He still keeps up with the output. Even in some fights, he'll increase his output into the third round, having the most output, putting out a solid pace overall. But you can see that it's more labored. He always fights with his hands down. It gets more exaggerated, and he's just visibly tired. How the fuck was he so tired after round one, where he initiated grappling sequences himself, where he will in fights initiate in grappling, and it's not like he hasn't grappled in fights before, and was so cooked on his cardio that, like, granted, Mario Bautista, he's a great fighter, and like to all of these things of saying how bad Vinicius is, it's not to like discredit Mario and how good he is. It only shows how good Mario is because of how quickly he was able to get Vinicius out of there to show the levels in them.
Yeah,
how was he that tired and got cooked like that in the second round by Mario?
I really feel like the biggest factor is Mario is a pressure forward fighter. He is he gets into the fight starts, and he is on the fucking pedal. Vinicius is used to being able to back his opponents up and kind of get crazy, get wild, and do all of this, and being on the back foot, going to the grappling so much. And then this is where I feel like the bad decisions come in, where it's like Mario initiated the grappling first, but he maintained a lot of it, you know, where it's like when they were clenching on the cage and he turned it around, he made no effort to disengage, to get out of there, to break the clinch, to hit him with anything and break that up. He just proceeded. He tried to go for his own takedowns. When it did finally break up, he initiated it again, right the fuck away, went for a little takedown that didn't even get credited because immediately trying to go for it, Mario dug the underhook and threw him over with the whizzer and then ended up on top, and they probably gave him the takedown in there. You know, it's like he had nothing. I don't know why he kept engaging in that stuff. And then, it's just on the feet. Mario was just moving forward. And I feel like he's not used to getting backed up. And that was probably a huge factor.
Yeah, that is very fair.
But
honestly.
It's like when you still shouldn't be a bantamweight that getting backed up and grappled and pressured for one round has you so exhausted by round two. But I'm not surprised because I already was like, bro, he doesn't have the greatest gas tank.
Yeah.
He can just generally fight through it much better.
It really is amazing how you can be a bantamweight and have heavyweight style cardio. Like, it's that round two. He can't be this tired, Joe. He can't. Like,
talking about, you know, because obviously we didn't know this going into it, but it's like leading into the fight, talking about walking around at 185, and ish, and starts the camp and like cuts around 50 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, like between losing weight and cutting, not like the whole weight cut is straight 50 pounds, but you know what I mean? It's like, that's crazy.
No, absolutely insane.
Like, because especially with the first round, a vast majority of the control time overall was mostly clenching on the cage.
Yeah.
Like a lot more of the on the ground grappling sequences came in the second round. Round 1. Mario landed a total of 22 strikes on him, 3 of them which were credited to be significant. Vinicius attempted 10 total strikes, landed 8. 6 of the 8 total strikes attempted were significant.
Yep.
He had 1 minute and 40 of control time, 2:18 of control time for Mario. Defended 1 of 2 takedowns. Mario went half, 1 for 2. That is like barely a round's worth of effort from a vast majority of UFC fighters.
Yeah.
When you combined both of their numbers together.
Yeah.
How? Like that, and it's just with the weight cut and everything, you know what I mean? But it's just like that
it should not be happening. It should not be happening.
Yeah, like this dude attempted 86 of total strikes in the third round of when he fought fucking Sopaj. Like, how the fuck were you able to go like attempting like 30, 50, 80 in there, and then 10 strikes in a couple minutes of clinching?
You know, I wonder if with getting backed up, if it's one of those things where like it's just more exaggerated and we really get to see it now, because as somebody that can generally fight through it but can also pressure his fighters back because he hasn't fought anybody that's been like of like, you know, top 15 levels yet. It's like, I wonder if that's what it is that he can normally like fight through it. He's normally pressuring these guys back so he can kind of do what he wants. And these guys are more frantic at eating these big shots or whatever. But I wonder if he just has no ability to fight off the back foot. So you add no ability to not be able to fight off the back foot plus being even a little tired. And I wonder if it just exaggerates how much it really shows.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that they always say is going backwards and fighting off the back foot and stuff is more exhausting than fighting off the front foot. They talk about that all the time, especially like DC will bring that up all the time. But it's just like, even then, a round of that should not get you that exhausted. But
that's why I'm saying if it was like illusion type shit, where it's like a lack of ability to even do so. Where and now you add you're even a little bit tired, where it just showed like, holy shit, you look extra tired than normal, but it's like kind of add in that he can't fight off the back foot, and it's just like he's not doing shit. Like,
and I wonder even just like honest with the just to your point of like the lack of ability to fight off the back foot, it's just adding that like mental fatigue and stress on it, where now he is getting backed up. He's not pushing the fight at the exact pace that he wants and getting forced to react and do things when he doesn't want to. So it's like even just that mental pressure, it like, could have just zapped him that much more. A number of factors could have played into it of why it looked so much worse yesterday than in other fights. But terrible cardio, not that great ability overall. And
awful footwork, hands are constantly down. He's open all the time. Like, he just doesn't do great things in there. It's just has big power and good pressure. So you put him against a back end guy and maybe he can get the knockout and or pressure them to a decision. Like, he does not have a future at the top of the division though.
Because his one top 15 win coming against Kyler Phillips, who another person we talked about having terrible cardio, and B, he is the most like fleet of foot on fights on the back foot fighter in this division right now. Like, that dude is almost never pushing forward, even when he's like attacking offensively. He's still almost always moving backwards, or just like, it just not a pressure forward fighter at all. So that definitely showed a terrible ability to deal with that at all. And because that's what it's like you saying, like, Mario being a pressure forward fighter, it's like he is very much a fighter that changes his style and how exactly he fights according to the opponent in front of him.
That's fair. I guess he has the ability to be a pressure forward fighter is what I should say. Like, because obviously he doesn't always fight like that, but he absolutely has the ability to be on the pedal, move forward, and just put out a high output and maintain that output over 3 or 5.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's like he just whatever he needs to do, and that's where I felt like he probably just saw all of the flaws in Vinicius's game and was like, yeah, I'm just going after this motherfucker. And, you know, just went over there, absolutely steamrolled him, and just showing the absolute levels in this division and why Vinicius doesn't even come close to belonging in a conversation with the top tiers of these fighters. Like, it is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like Mario had a valiant effort against Umar, but thoroughly lost the decision. You know, like that was not it. Like, it was competitive, but obviously Umar easily won it, and to just get obliterated by Mario like that, who is just a very good technical generalist. Like, he's not great anywhere, or like, you know, fantastic. Like, he doesn't, but he's good in, like, solid everywhere. And to just get steamrolled like that, so much to work on for Vinicius that I don't think that he is going to be able to regroup and develop enough at this point that he's going to be able to become like a top 10 fighter legitimately.
No, because he's also 30 years old. It's not like he's this 26-year-old guy that it's like, okay, you're taking this loss and you're learning your lesson. It's like he is 27 fights into his career, 30 years old. He fights how he fights. Yeah, like the odds of him changing his style and making super adjustments to actually propel him forward, it's so unlikely. But then there's Mario, who it's like, you know, it's funny because he's 32 and like obviously older than Vinicius, but like him talking about it after this fight where it's like, you know, he's fought the top guys, he fought Umar, he was on the bottom so much, he didn't like it, and he's just working to improve. It's like the way he fights and actually being smart and being such a well-rounded fighter, I do believe he can improve a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to be a champion. I don't think he's going to be like, you know, he could potentially be top 5, but it's like, I don't think he's going to be like your top 3 guys like that. You know what I mean? But he's solid and he definitely is improving. But it's just like with Vinicius, I don't think he can just build that bridge to build that fucking gap, you know?
Yep.
No, yeah, I 100% agree. And just like the way that, like, just to bring it up because we never even really brought it up, how the fight ended. Vinicius is on bottom trying to get out. Mario Bautista gets into a Kimura lock. Vinicius ends up trying to get up from that. Immediately, Mario Bautista takes the back and just, as slick as possible, gets a rear naked choke in. And Vinicius is immediately tapping. The squeeze on that had to have been insane as well. Because he hid the hand extremely well behind Vinicius in his own head. Like, there's just nothing you could do.
Yep. Yeah. One of those things of because just the fact of how quick he transitioned from the Kimura to the back take was impressive enough. But it was like he hit that and it was just like, God damn, like he's grooving on him. And then like the camera angle like just showed that it like the arm was just already under and locked in. And it was just like, what the fuck, man? And like you said, the swiftness of the tap, definitely Mario was just cranking on that right away. And then we're just talking about how tired he was. Like, I'm sure he knew that there was nothing in him that was going to fight that off with the pressure that was on him. And yeah,
I think because I remember him like trying to almost fight at first. And then as soon as he went back, it looked like he felt his Mario's head there, and he's like, "I'm fucked."
Yeah. Great work from Mario. Just not even having to do like a crazy amount overall. It's just like very solid work. You know, almost 2 full rounds, but it's like 7 takedown attempts, 63 strikes thrown, and he absolutely mollywopped them. Like. I know that Vinicius, like, talking about the weight cut and knowing that, like, his future wasn't long for this division either way. I feel like this probably expedited that. Would not be surprised if we see him up at 145 after this because that was ass whooping.
Now, my question is, do you give him potentially someone who is ranked at the lower end of 45, or do you go on that?
No.
You would have to give him someone unranked. Like, I don't even. Because it's just like with his skills, it's just like doubtful of his ability to compete with anyone at 135 in the top 15.
Right.
So now moving up a division, obviously, he cuts a lot of weight, but it's like his frame is still his frame. Like, he's going to have a little extra weight, but it's like it just there are so many people outside of the top 15 that in my head probably easily beat him that it's just like It's like, yeah, bro, like you gotta, like, even if you want to do something close to like still try and push him, it's like give him a fucking a Chepe, a Pat Sabatini, a fucking Morgan Charrier. You know what I mean? Like there are plenty of guys like around there that it's like, what could you attempt to do to anyone like this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I know you got David Onama, like, at the back end. I'm sure that's something where...
Right at 15, so...
Yeah, like, he has no hype or anything like that. He just lost his last one, so I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC gave him that, but it's like, if I was doing the matchmaking, I have no shot I'm giving him a top 15 opponent moving up a weight class.
Yeah, give him Myron Santos, man.
I was about to say, you know what could be a fun fight? Potentially? Him versus Joe Anderson Brito.
Yeah, like I feel like both of these people absolutely destroy him. Like,
yeah, but they're like decently out the rankings, don't have the most like Joe Anderson has some more fights, you know. It's like Myron has what, like 3-0, 4-0 in the UFC, like some shit, like where it's like it's not like he even has 5 fights in the UFC. It's like if you're getting beat the fuck up by them, like
no, and like 100, you are right, and that's where it's just to the point of why I wouldn't give him a top 15 opponent, because it's like, yeah, bro, I don't believe he can compete with these people that, you know, and yeah, it's like, bro, the way fucking Myron did fucking Sadiq at 155, like, come on, bro. Like, Vinicius is gonna beat you? Nah.
How about they both meet at 155?
Actually, you know what would be a fun fight? I'm really like looking through, like, you know, the Tapology and all the... Him versus Hyder Emil. Because Hyder just goes out and goes for it.
It's a first round knockout. It's a first round knockout. I don't know who gets it, but somebody gets it.
Yes.
Bro, that would be ridiculously awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good call.
Yeah. Like that, even like he could win that, and it's one of those things of like, all right, like maybe you can like be in this division, but it's like we still ain't got no idea where you're really at. You know what I mean?
No,
but
yeah.
That would be fun as hell, though. That would be good. Yeah.
No, yeah. And then on the flip side, Mario Bautista called for the rematch with Corey, and I'm so down for that.
Hey, that was exactly what was in my head to go to, and yes, I love the call out. It's
She was fucking fight. 7 years ago. Like,
his UFC debut got subbed in that. He has grown so much since then. Fought so much good competition.
He's gone 11-2 since then. Like,
yeah. I would absolutely love that fight. Like, I know Corey's doing his best to try and get that Sugar fight, but it
seems like it's not happening. So I'm so down for this one, though. That would be a really fun fight.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be down for it.
Let's go. Mario getting himself a performance bonus in that main event. He definitely deserved that beautiful performance there. Yes. Awesome to see. Going on down to the co-main event, though. So many things. First thing that I'm curious about, what were your thoughts after the first round of Kyoji versus Amir Albazi? That is what, because we haven't talked about it all, that's what I'm the most interested from you. What were your thoughts after the first round?
My thoughts after the first round were, damn, this is going to be a much closer fight than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, thank you. Because that is exactly how we felt. And like the first round ended and like the tweets start going up and like the first two were just like praising Kyoji and just like how much Amir is struggling and stuff. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, what are people watching that I didn't see in that first round? Because that was my exact thought. I thought he was going to go out there, easily style on him, and that was a very close first round. Amir did really good just pressuring him. Just like I haven't looked at the stats or anything to know like what they actually landed on each other, but
Amir landed 4 total strikes in that.
Yeah, and Kyoji landed 26. So like it is funny looking at the numbers because like it did just feel like Amir was more in there. But like I wasn't worried about it though. But also, it's like I said, it's a Jimmy. I might not have been worried because going into it, I forgot that it was a 3-round co-main event. And I was like, we're here, 5-round main event. It's happening. And then it was like halfway through the second round, I was like, wait a second. But so anyway, with even like, the thought of having 4 more rounds in there, I don't know if that subdued any worry, but it's like I just wasn't. And then round 2 happened, and it felt like 30 seconds into the round that the damage just started immediately accumulating on Amir. And then the styling started happening. Like Kyoji truly found his flow in round 2 and just started whooping his ass. And I felt bad for Amir, man. He is tough as shit, but boy, Kyoji was doing his thing for the next 10 minutes. Like, the significant strikes on that 73-16, total strikes 99-20. Like,
god damn, bro.
No takedowns were landed. Amir went 0 for 7, Kyoji 0 for 2, but it was just Kyoji was truly styling on him until Amir could get a hold of him, put him on the cage, and hold him for dear life until Kyoji was like, all right, enough of this, back to the feet. Like,
no, like after the first round, I was definitely like, I gave it 10-9 to Kyoji, but I was definitely like, it's going to be a close fight.
Yep.
And then, second round, like you said, he got into his flow state, obviously gave him the second, I gave him the I don't know where 29-28 came from. I'm assuming it's round.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's the only possible one.
Yeah, like when I heard that, I would be like, okay, one judge gave Amir the first round, but
Ron McCarthy.
Makes sense. But yeah, man, that is just one of those things where obviously Kyoji has been outside of the UFC for a while. And obviously he came back and got like the real nice win over Tagir. And, it was just like, all right, cool, he's back. But Tagir, a clear outside the top 10 fighter, been there forever. Like, that's just where he is, And so it's just one of those things of like, Amir, he's obviously not a top 5 fighter, but he is a very solid fighter. And like, he has very solid skills. And so to just have the thought in our heads of like, nah, we know Kyoji is a top guy in this division, but then it's just like, now he actually has to go out there and prove it as a 35-year-old flyweight. You know what I mean? It's like, it was so nice to see him absolutely style on Amir Albazi like that. Flawless win, beautiful performance. And then the call out afterwards was 10 times better. Oh my Lord.
He said, who's the champ? Van? Yeah, I want to fight you. But then proceeded in the post-fight conference, press conference, whatever, just being like, I still see Pantoja as the real champion, and I want to fight Pantoja. He's the true champion. So just adamant on that Pantoja fight. Which I understand it.
I understand. Depending on how things go, because we have no idea like exactly when Pantoja is going to be back, and then they booked the fight. It looks like, Van has talked about wanting to be active, and you got Tyra right there. All I'm saying is, Brandon Royval needs a fight.
Royval versus Horiguchi?
Yeah.
That would be a really good one. With where the division is at right now,
I mean, it's honestly that or Manel.
Because
depending on how things go. Like, that's the weird thing about it right now. We're kind of in a nebulous area with Pantoja coming back, losing via injury, Ira just being Moreno. Both Brandons need a fight. Cop just beat Brandon Royval. Like, it's in a weird spot where like 3 people arguably should be getting a title shot.
Yeah, and that's where I was gonna say, in my heart, I genuinely don't know what I want to see the UFC do for the title shot next, because obviously it's like you said, Van wants to be active, so there's no reason to sit him out until Pantoja is ready. Like, once Pantoja is ready, you give him whoever's the champion at that point. Like, you just do that. I genuinely don't know who I would rather see Van fight next and get the title shot. If Manel Cop, Horiguchi, or Tatsuda Taira, I really don't know. I'd be fine with either one of them getting the title shot. I wouldn't be mad if Horiguchi has to fight Royval or somebody else, because obviously getting the win over Amir Albazi is good, but he was ranked number 6 going into it, so it's not the best win comparatively to Manel Cop and Tatsudo. But I really don't know. I don't know what the UFC wants to do. I don't know what they're going to do. All I know is that I'm upset they didn't believe in my boy and let him just cook Amir Albazi like he did, and then give him the short notice fight against Brandon Moreno. That's what they should have done. That's what they should have done. That's so goddamn upsetting to know that goddamn Loney got that fight because Horiguchi got the call and he was like, I want to fight Amir and then him. And they're just like, we'll just keep you in that fight and then go somewhere else. Like, God damn it, man. Where was the damage? He's good. He's chilling. Let him cook.
He definitely is. He ate a total of 18 strikes.
Yeah.
He's fine.
It's not like Brandon Moreno's this lauded power punch. No.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be such a good fight. I would love to see that.
Oh yeah. It's just like with Horiguchi, it's just in this division at this time at this place, it feels like you have to have a win over one of the Brandons to get a title shot. So give him Royval.
I get it. Like you really can't go wrong with the matchmaking of him versus anyone. Like I'd be fine with it.
Hell, him versus.
Personally, I don't know why exactly. I would rather see him fight Moreno over Royval.
I get it,
but it's like obviously Moreno's fighting Loney and Book, so you know what I mean. One of them things, but
the thing is with like Horiguchi and Moreno, I think I explained it. It's the two guys who are here who have been here since like the start of the flyweight division, essentially. So it's just really cool. It'd be really cool to see them fighting for a potential like title shot, like in the year 2026.
It's like, I want to see him fight the vets, or I want to see him fight the new guys. Like, I want to see him fight Moreno. I want to see him fight Pantoja. I want to see him fight like Tim Elliott. You know what I mean? Or it's got to be like Van or Tatsuro Taira. You know?
I
like
love how you had to slide in Tim Elliott.
I knew it was coming. I was just waiting for it.
Honestly,
but they're all at the same level.
Look, I'll say this.
Yes, Tim Elliott, number 9 after Kyoji just beat number 6.
All right. What's the win streak of Tim Elliott compared to any of the other top guys? What kind of streak is Mr. Moreno on? 1 fight losing streak. Mr. Tim Elliott 2 fight win streak. Huh?
Look,
yep. Over unranked guys.
Last loss to Muhammad Makayev, future champ.
All I'm saying,
which he won that fight.
If you're gonna do Horiguchi versus Tim, honestly, I think that's how you should have re-debuted Horiguchi. Was against Tim Elliott.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I had to throw him in there for the funds, but they like it's one of those things where if they decided to just do that, I'm popping the fuck off. You know what I mean? My heart and soul is going to be happy, but there's no reason for it. He just beat Amir like that. Why would we give him Tim Elliott? You know what I mean? Like it.
I know why they went to Loner, but I almost wish now that they went Brandon Moreno versus Tim Elliott.
That would have been good too.
That would have been good. That would have been fun, man. That would have been a fun one.
Bro, I believe in Tim against all these top guys. Just know if Tim gets booked against anyone in the top 5, I'm picking him on Tapology. That's happening. And it might be
if you don't, I would talk so much shit to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially depending on who it is, I'm probably picking him by sub.
You wanna know what the ultimate
he subs Royval
fight for Jimmy is? That would be a mixed feelings fight for him. Would be Tim. August versus Tim.
Yes,
he would root for Tim.
Yeah. Like, it would suck to see Zalgus get absolutely decimated by the GOAT Tim Elliott. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Hey, all I'm saying is Zalgus should have beat Joshua Van. And Joshua Van finished Pantoja in the first round, so who's the real champ? All right.
You know what? Actually, though, now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're talking about this and we're talking about Tim Elliott, let's do Amir versus Tim Elliott. Why not?
Bro, I'm so down for that.
Okay, see, I thought you were about to stray off really far, but
no.
You kept it very relevant. I'm proud. Yes.
That fight just makes sense right now. 2-fight winning streak for what? Amir, a 2-fight losing streak now?
Yeah. Moreno and Horiguchi.
Shit, let's get him. Yeah. Let's just have him run the veteran ride one more fight, because it'd be Moreno, Horiguchi, and then Tim Elliott. Like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'd definitely be down for that. That is definitely probably the best fight for Tim, like getting up like that they're like not trying to just feed him to someone to get that win. You know what I mean? Like, that would definitely be good. And yeah, Kyoji anywhere, anyone in the top or a title is going to be good shit.
Right now, Royval, Tyra, or Cop are all names I would not mind.
Yep. But let's go. Moving on down to the featured bout. I did think that it was really funny when you like throw it in the Discord of like, damn, I can't believe no one picked Jyalton. And it's just like, yeah, bro, we talk shit about him every fucking time he's brought up. And this is exactly why none of us believed in him. And we all picked Rizvan by decision.
Oh no, I picked Rizvan by finish.
Oh, did you?
I thought he could fucking knock him out by round 2.
That's right. I thought we all went by decision. But Rizvan Kuniev wins a unanimous decision over Jyalton Almeida. At least a foreigner won the fight, so we got to have a good, exciting, something to be happy about. Because if the non-foreigner and Jyalton Almeida won in that fashion, then everyone could have been upset.
True.
It had to be brought up. This dude is stupid, and he fucking sucks at fighting. That was awful.
Yeah.
One thing I will at least say about him. This is the first time we ever... Huh?
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say the first time we ever got him to actually see him strike for any real bits in the UFC.
Yes.
And obviously, it's not like he had much, but he definitely overall had more than I expected him to.
Yeah.
He definitely threw punches. He moved. You
want to know kicks? What I'll say he did good? He, for the few strikes, the 31... well, I guess 50 total were landed over the course of this 15 minutes. He did go to the body a little bit. There was like a nice little percentage to the body.
Yep. Yeah. And then he did also start the fight differently. He didn't go immediately for the front kick into the
That's what I thought you were gonna bring up.
And into like just drop into his knees for a takedown. I forget. Did he just throw like an overhand or something? I forget. I think he threw a punch and then he just like reached down for the leg. But he mixed that up a little bit. So that's something.
Yep. But he went 0 for 8 on takedowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was just gonna look up because that's what
he went 2 for 15.
Yeah, damn. And that's where it's like, like Curtis was not able to do shit with the grappling,
and really that was in the first round. He got him. He went 2 for 9 in the first, 0 for 4, 0 for 2.
Yeah, man, like that. This was just like it. It was just bad. It wasn't great.
It wasn't fun to watch.
The one thing for me, at least, that on like the bright side of it was I do believe that this was the kind of fight with Rizvan where it's just like styles make fights kind of thing. And you either give him like a much better fighter or a much worse fighter, and it will get a much better performance and a better fight out of it. But he is just a very average, solid fighter. He's got decent skills everywhere. He's got okay striking. He's got very solid takedown defense. He's got solid grappling himself, but like nothing great, nothing special, and like split decision loss to Curtis, and then an easy win over Jyalton. He's just making our top heavyweights look like shit. So what's going on?
What I'm hearing is we do Russian versus Russian, Rizvan versus Sergey. We'll find out how good he is against Pavlovich. Like, we just will.
It's true. Just wonder if he'll just have to fucking wrestle fuck him. Wonder if that just might be someone that he might end up doing that. Might be right in that middle area enough. Because he's not good at grappling, so he might be able to just do it too, you know? Like Volkov? I think that, like...
Oh, that's fair.
That you'll really fucking check him in this fucking division of, like, his entries, his fucking grappling, and, like...
Just so weird for Rizvan, because it's like, he's fought Curtis Blades and Jyalton Almeida, and I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I
it's weird that those are your two
grapplers.
Well, no, I get that, but it's like it's weird that those are the two fighters you have fought. They're at the top of the division, and I'm like, man, I don't know, you know.
But I feel like that's wise because they're the two grapplers of the heavyweight division, where it's like, obviously other guys like have certain things with them where it's like, yes, Spivak can grapple and he has the submissions, but like his wrestling isn't always good and he's a typical heavyweight with dog shit cardio. Waldo's a bit more well-rounded, but then it's like you have, like Sergey has gotten more well-rounded and like, more on like the boring side because like he hasn't just been going out there looking for the kill, but it's like he's a fucking striker. Volkov is usually on the feet, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like he got the two heavy grapplers that it's like, well, yeah, we don't really know where you're at on the feet and in other areas because you've spent both fights kind of grappling or just at least heavy clenching on the fucking fence where it's like, where do you go?
Yeah.
Who do you fight? What do you look like outside of this scenario?
And I feel like that mixed with him just being an average skilled fighter, it just, there's nothing stand out about him. And so it's just, with these two performances, exactly. It's just that feeling of, I
feel like they should go, like, someone. I know he beat Jayalton, but I feel like they should, no, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah, go Volkov. That's really is the fight.
I was about to say, Volkov, Pavlovich, one of them. You could go Acosta if Acosta's just like, I just want to be active until I get a fucking title shot.
Yeah, you definitely could. Waldo is proving to just be a very solid fighter too. You know what I mean? That it's like,
which, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do Rizvan versus Pavlovich. We'll do Waldo versus Volkov. Waldo honestly deserves to fight for number one spot. And with Rizvan, he just beat number 6. Let's give him number 3.
No, that's honestly fair because it's one of those things where it's like literally some of these heavyweights that have been here forever, they've literally fought everyone. So that's been the problem with Volkov, where it's just like, bro, you beat Jayalton and like you deserve to go up because you also beat fucking Pavlovich too. But it's like you had 2 fights with Cyril that were both bad. Or just not great performances. This last one being the split, which he should have won, but it's like he got shut out by Tom. So it's just like it's a weird spot for him moving up. He's fought damn near everyone behind him. So it's like, Waldo is literally the only fucking relevant name that like he hasn't fought. You know what I mean? And so other than Rizvan, but Waldo has already fought Pavlovich. So So that's definitely the way to go about it. 100%. Give Waldo Volkov, give Rizvan Pavlovich, and just fucking see when Tom comes back and fucking see how the top of this heavyweight division shakes out a bit. It's in a fucking awful spot, man. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that it got worse after we got the fucking unification bout. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe, like, we got Jones out of here and Tom into the cage and it got worse. Like, what the fuck? Horrible division. Moving on to a better division, though. Not the greatest fighters in the division. Between Michel Olejniczuk and Marc-andre Barrios.
Great fight, though.
Yeah, this shit was a fucking banger. Michel Olejniczuk is clearly improving as a fighter under the Fighting Nerds and getting way better. 3-fight win streak now. Gets this done by unanimous decision over Marc-andre Barrios. They get fight of the night, both $100,000 to them, so that's awesome. The one like big thing that I am honestly genuinely surprised that Barrios was not able to capitalize as the fight went on and get like a knockout shot or something over Olejniczuk. Bro, when he was swinging them lefts to the body and stuff, I was just like, bro, you're getting knocked the fuck out. Like, it's so open and wide. And like, and obviously Marc-andre Barrios is not a great fighter, but like, I really thought that it was, one of those things of like, he was going to weather the early storm. And if he didn't get knocked out or finished early, then he was going to start having more success. But like, Olejniczuk just kept it up on him and he was not able to fucking get like that, find that shot or anything. And I just, seeing that consistent openness with that left hand to the body and up top sometimes, I was just like, oh my Lord, bro, like that has to get cleaned up right away.
Yeah.
With the swiftness. A great performance overall.
It was a lot of fun. Olejniczuk had him hurt in the first round. I thought he got the knockdown in there, but I guess it was off the takedown that he was just fucking battering him. But it was just not good from there.
Yeah, just cooking.
Mark had a solid second round, but Jolajeshuk just kept it up. It was, just nasty. And like you said, mentioning the body shots, though, he went 39 for 49 on those. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro, he was fucking ripping them constantly, and every time he did it, that's where I was just, because I feel like it was from the second round on, really, too, where it was like, bro, you're getting clipped with this, and it just never happened.
But he was just, I wonder if it's just because he was putting out too much. It's like he damn near doubled the significant strikes, 140 to 77. Like, he went out there and put it on him.
It just, like, Barrio was expecting to weather the storm and come out late, and there was just never an end to that
storm.
It just never stopped. Nothing for him to ever weather. It just kept on going. And solid UD win for Michel Lejeune. It's like 3-fight win streak, obviously looking better, but 30 years old, still has some time to like try and put things together. Let him keep on cooking against these back end guys and just different styles and everything, and see what he's able to do.
Iron Turtle, Edmund Shabazian, Dustin Stoltzfus, like any of these guys, I'm not mad at.
Stoltzfus, I like. I've in my head,
I feel that one the most, but like if they went the other directions, I'm not mad at that either. Just because it's just like he's in the division, and him versus like Edmund, they're both on 3-fight win streaks, and they could potentially start to be like if one of them wins, like okay, may give him another guy, and then try at top 15 if someone at the bottom end is on a losing streak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and because that's where in my head with like Edmund and the Iron Turtle, I feel like they both might be a little too far up there. That if he goes out there and especially gets like a finish win, he could easily end up getting a top 15 opponent next. And like
that's good. He can go out there and knock out Joe Pyfer after he loses to Izzy.
No, bro, Joe Pyfer fucks him up.
No. Shh. He'll defend all the takedowns, keep it on the feet, and fuck him up. He's only been subbed 6 times. Of his 9 losses, only 6 of them are submissions.
So you're telling me 2/3
and he gets fucking knocked out in every one of them before getting subbed.
That's not true. He just gets slightly battered.
Oh yeah, let him cook on the back end a little bit. Yeah, I like the Dustin Stoltzfus. Give him something like that. Give him the whoever Atiba beats, then fucking give him them. You know what I mean? Like
that is like not even the back end. That is just out in the cesspool.
Oh
that's
God!
crazy.
You want to know what?
Give him Ozzy Diaz next. You know what I'm talking about?
I was about to say,
let's go.
You just said that. I'm just like, damn, they might do just Michelle and Atiba next.
Oh fuck that! No, God no. That would be horrible for him.
It'd be horrible for him, but like the way it's looking, it's just like for them that makes sense because they're just trying to push it. Atiba, they don't care about Michelle.
Oh yeah, I 100%. And it's one of those things where it's like they're setting him up nicely and doing good, and it's like this is a perfect point to get him at too. You know?
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly.
Because then it's like fucking. Like it's one of those things where as we're watching the card, I kind of didn't realize how much of a vet Michel is in the UFC.
Yeah,
like this was his 18th fight. He's been here for fucking 9 years.
Yeah,
like,
10-7 to 1 no contest in the UFC.
Yeah,
too.
like this is the first time he's gone on a 3-fight win streak now. Like he is at the best of like the peak of his powers right now in the UFC. Like it easily would be a great time to give him someone else that they are trying to hype further.
Yeah,
100%. Could easily see that happening. Like, yeah. But hopefully for him, they allow him just keep on cooking that back in a little bit, get better, and then build them up, you know? But yeah, it just real solid work. Happy to see that for him. Marc-andre Barrier, rough shit, man. I feel like he's been kept around so long, I feel like, because he usually gets finished, puts on exciting fights, and he's a Canadian fighter, so it just kind of helps with that market where like they need that. But now it's 6-10-1 in the UFC.
Holy shit, I did not realize that is his record.
I was about to say 1-5 in his last 6.
Exactly. Like I really do not know how many more favors but that's also the thing. He's gotten fucking bonuses in his last 3 fights, so I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know.
And I feel like you see this happen a lot when it gets broken up in the losing streak. You know what I mean? It's like he was kind of back and forth, hit the 2-fight winning streak against Julian Marquez and Eric Anders. Eric Anders got himself a performance bonus for fight of the night, goes on a 3-fight losing streak, but it's Chris Curtis, Joe Pyfer, Dustin Stoltzfus is not good. But then he comes back and has an incredible knockout win over Bruno Silva, getting the bonus, and then has 2 fight of the nights back to back, to your point, to make it 3 in a row. It's like you split it up. It's like, you know, you won this fight, 2 fights here, you win another one, but then when you look at it afterwards, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, like it's crazy that 6-10 1 no contest right now. Before that first, like, that 3 fight losing streak, he was 5-5 in the UFC. He was a 50-50 fighter.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's been it, and that's where it's like it, you know, only 2 knockout losses overall, like out of those 5 losses, you know, so it's not like the worst, you know what I mean? Like, he has lost to with Chris Curtis, Joe Pyfer, Shara, like these are better fighters, big name fighters, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just
can I add on real quick to I'm surprised he hasn't been cut from the UFC. He started off his run losing his first 3 fights all by decision. Then he wins a fight, but he gets overturned due to failing a fucking drug test for Ostarine.
Nice.
So you went 0-3 and 1 no contest in your first 4, get suspended, and you got gifted more fights.
Yeah, and then goes on a 2-fight winning streak, loses to GD, beats Jordan Wright, which
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Loses to Fluffy. Then goes on his 2-fight win streak. That is insane that by the time, he got there, he was 5-5 with 1 no contest.
Yeah.
But he was on a 3-fight losing streak to start his career in the UFC. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wait, those might have been banger fights, to be fair. I don't remember. I don't remember them. But, more than likely, Jotko, I know, got into war, so that could have been good fight. Jung Young Park is able to have great fights as well. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But also, now that we've talked about it, and I'm really thinking about it, either of these guys could be given to Teba next, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Marc-andre Barrio for the very easy win that he will get. Or Michelle, which might be a little bit harder for him, but he could still get the knockout in that.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, I'm kind of interested in the Michelle and Ateba one. And the reason why is because we saw it in Ateba's last fight that it's like, he actually does have flaws.
Yes.
Obviously every fighter has flaws, but you know what I mean? He's been coming in, he's been knocking these dudes the fuck out. We expected him to get the first round knockout, and it didn't go that way. His footwork is not great. He really relies on finding the big shot, and will just throw it out there even when he's not exactly in range. It's like there's a lot to work on. Michelle is also hard to knock out. He's only been knocked out 1 time. I don't know if Ateba has any type of ground game where it's like there's going to be a worrisome issue of like Michelle getting taken down and whatever. It's like, and obviously Michelle puts out a pressure. Even if he gets a little tired, he put out a high pressure for a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ateba just walks forward. They both do. It's like, you know, there could be easy, like somebody gets knocked out, but I just wonder if that's actually so easy for Ateba, you know?
I get it.
I was about to say, that's why I said, the Marc-andre Barrio would be the easy knockout fight, whereas Michelle is, all right, let's see where you're at. Let's see if you're really able to push into some of the higher echelons of the division by giving you someone who's going to be a rough fight for you.
I get it. I guess for me, because to your point, we 100% saw flaws with Ateba's last fight, but it was against someone that was constantly on the back foot and moving from him.
That's not
to
how
your
Michelle
point.
fights.
Exactly. Motherfucker walks into his opponents and goes for it. Where it's like, he could put on a pressure that it's like maybe Ateba can't actually handle that. You know what I mean? And that's something else that he struggles with. But it's like, I know you said that Michelle's only been knocked out 1 time, but I said it earlier where it's like he gets knocked out before every sub, you know, because it's like the amount of times that he just gets clubbed and rocked and hurt, and then he just goes for a takedown or something, or somebody wraps something up where it's like Ateba has got the power that if he lands on him, I feel like he's just putting him down, and that's where it's like I just don't know if Michelle actually does have the style to show the flaws in Ateba's style that we saw in the last one. You know what I mean? I feel like he might just easily walk into another big shot and just and then Ateba just gets that knockout.
No, yeah, I definitely feel you, but that's why it's like, you know, with Michelle bringing up his 1 knockout, it was back in 2014, and I know he gets super hurt, but it's like, you know, Andre Pulev, he's been knocked out before too. It's just like,
that's true.
But again, Pulev was able to kind of like, he was moving with a lot of the shots that were connecting, and he was also, again, like a lot of movement, a lot of off the back foot. Like, so it's one of those things where it just makes it a little bit harder to get that knockout punch because you're not landing as cleanly. Whereas he can probably land cleanly on Michelle. Again,
for sure. I guess it's just what I'm saying is the guys that he came out here and knocked out in the UFC have all been knocked out. Like, other than Jose Medina. Jose Medina, I guess, was the one guy that like notoriously just got beat the fuck up over however, but was also notoriously bad. But it's like Robert Valentin, Tristan Vines, all been knocked out 3, 4, 5. Like, you know what I mean? So that's like the one thing where I'm just like, I wonder.
That's fair. Like, easily Michel Olajaychuk would like. Even if like I don't think that he has the right style to show like to extend the flaws potentially more of a table, it's like easily would be the best fighter and the most difficult opponent of his career, like to that point. You know what I mean? And it's like to where it's one of those things where it's still there are levels to the game where even if he doesn't have the best style to just beat him, he could still, it's like he's fought much better fighters. He's been in there much more times. He could still easily just have the skills to get it done over him.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's entirely possible. It's just one of those things where, you know, like I said, one is the easy knockout fight with Mark, and one is the harder fight with Michelle, and trying to see, like, all right, is he going to be able to knock him out, or is he, how is he going to be able to handle someone who pressures forward and all that? Is he going to be able to get higher into? I would just like to say, I guarantee the audience probably right now, if they got this far, is like, why are we getting in-depth Michel Olajaychuk takes right now?
Well, you see, he's a part of the Fighting Nerds now, so that means he's a hot commodity in the UFC middleweight division. You know what I mean? He gets finishes where Coyote doesn't, so he's the new one. Like, Polish power, let's go!
It is just hilarious. It's just like,
I know. I did have that thought, like right after I just looked at it, I was like, man, I've spent a lot of time on Michel Olajaychuk.
I had that thought too. It's funny. We can just all get distracted. Sorry, moving on.
Moving on down the card, though. Few more fights on the main card. Back in the bantamweight division, Farid Basharat taking on Jean Matsumoto. Farid was able to remain undefeated, improves to 15-0, gets the split decision over Jean Matsumoto. Tough fight, super solid fight. Both of these guys are just very good fighters in this division. And it was just one of those things where it's like, especially when it was reading the split and it's just like, damn, like, is he gonna get this? I definitely just felt a little validated of just beforehand thinking like, damn, man, this might really be a tough fight for Farid. And then like both of you guys just kind of like, it definitely made me feel better in the moment like leading up of just like, Farid's got this. Like, he is going to win. But as it's playing out, I'm just like, God damn it, man. Like, I knew this could be a tough fight, but
I thought it would
done though. Maintains his good to see.
I thought it would be like a bit of a tougher fight just because Jean Matsumoto was able to do so well against like Rob Font. Even though it was a loss, it was still a split decision loss, which, man, I kind of feel bad for Matsumoto. Last 3 fights have all been splits. Like,
he
won one of them, lost 2. So,
that's got to be the most frustrating shit ever, man.
Yeah.
I was saying it to Jimmy after the fights where it's like he's 26 years old and this is really the time to go back, watch those fights and figure out what he's doing that is making them so close. Obviously, especially with the Rob Font one, it's like you went from beating Dan Argueta and Brad Katona to Rob Font. You were 2-0 in the UFC and you were fighting Rob Font. That is a tough fucking fight to jump up. Yeah. And so it's like with it being short notice, someone in the rankings, the fact that you had such a good fight with him really shows like how good you are. So I'm really not trying to hold that one against him. But it's like going into the Miles Johns one, going into this Farid one now, it's like this is definitely the time to step back and be like, yo, why is it so close? What am I doing? Where can I improve that I can just solidify in the judges' minds that this is my fight,
Yeah, 100%.
But watching this, like, and especially the first round, I feel like this is the first fight that Farid really came out living to his name as ferocious, because I feel like normally he comes out just so on the back foot, just kind of throwing out little things, little kicks, jabs, whatever, playing on just the back foot.
Super methodical.
But he just kind of went out there and was putting it on Matsumoto at first. And I was like, okay, this is where the ferociousness is. But Matsumoto, obviously tough as shit and a good fighter, and just brought it back. And it was really close. I honestly thought it was going to go to Matsumoto.
The media scorecards were also split, not as much. 5 gave it to Matsumoto. Like 8 or 9 gave it to Basharat, so even they were split.
Yeah, it's like it's a close fight. Obviously, I'm not mad, not about to say it's a robbery or anything like that. No. But I definitely did just think that Matsumoto did enough to win it, but it is what it is, and good for Farid to stay undefeated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been definitely doing his damn thing. Yes, and joining the UFC, like 6-0 in the UFC now. Obviously, this one just a tougher opponent, and just like getting not as decisive win as some of his other fights, but. Yep. I feel like we're right about there where he should be fighting a top 15 opponent, man. Like 6-0 in the UFC, you're undefeated. Like where
I don't know about him calling out Figgy, but definitely top 15.
Damn, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he called out Figgy.
I'd be fine with that, honestly.
I mean, I'd be fine with it, but it's just like, damn, that's a jump from
unranked they still got Figgy at number 7.
I mean, 7.
It's one of those things where, like, yes, that is a big jump, but to me, it's like I feel like he has a very good skill set, a very well-rounded game. They just push someone in a big fucking matchup in Payne Talbot, giving him Henry Cejudo. And I know obviously Payne's way more hype than Henry or than Farid, but it's like he just lost to Hayani Barcelos, got dominated in the grappling, won a couple fights, and then
didn't he won one fight?
He won
against
one,
Felipe Lima.
Okay, I thought he got one more.
Yeah.
But it's like either way, it's like, and then you gave him a former champion and a fucking Olympic wrestler pushing him, trying to just get that turnover in the division. Yeah. It's like Farid is 6-0, has showed a skill set, very solid everywhere. Yeah, bro, fuck it. It's a bigger step up, but he's shown better skills. He hasn't lost to anyone. I would so be down for it to give him a big step up and a former champ against Davison Figueiredo.
Well, I get what you're saying. It is one of those things where I am like, obviously they're not going to push it. Like, I agree. I do not mind it in that way, but like in terms of what realistically like they do, I just don't think they do something like that.
I wonder if they give him Rob Font.
I'm going to say why not still give him someone a bit higher than that and give him Vinicius?
I forgot Rob Font is fighting Rosas.
Yes, he is. He's fighting Rosas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, I guess Farid isn't the most active guy either. I mean, he did fight in October and then he was off for like literally a whole year. So it's like I don't know where he's at with his activity, because what I was initially going to say was like, obviously Vinicius is not active, and he said it himself that the weight cut is too much to be super active.
That's right.
But Farid is also not very active either, so it might fall on the same timelines either way.
True.
And Kyler right there. I mean, just want to get him in top 15, and
bro, I don't know what the fuck Kyler be doing. I feel like he fights once every 3 years.
It is weird.
Gets booked for one fight a year. It gets canceled. He fights occasionally.
Who's fighting Who's David Martinez fighting? Is he fighting Marlon?
I'm pretty sure it's Cheeto, yeah.
Okay. Honestly, fight the loser of that fight.
That's February 28th.
Yeah, fight the loser of Cheeto Martinez.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Anyone to get him up in the rankings at the end of the day, but
no, yeah.
But yeah.
And then John Matsumoto just keep improving. Like, you have skills to be a top 15 fighter, you're just not having it go your way.
Yep.
It's basically the lesson here for him.
And yeah, and to Kate's point earlier, it's like 26 years old. He's got plenty of time to try and get better and just put the things together to get up there in the division. So we shall see. Last fight on the main card, my boy did his thing. Dustin Jacoby got a second round finish over Julius Walker.
He beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, bro, that shit, he's fucking cooked him, dropped him, fucking started to walk away, wanted it to be over. The ref wanted to keep it going, and he just beat the fuck out of him for like another minute straight almost until the ref decided that it was enough. And yeah, that was just like...
He looked upset afterwards, and I understand, because apparently they're friends or whatever, you know?
Yeah, trained together, I'm pretty sure managed by the same people and stuff, and yeah.
I'm sure he didn't want to have to do all of that. I'm sure he wanted it over when it should have been over, but...
And then not only that, like, afterwards, Poton did tweet about this, because, you know, Dustin Jacoby, I think, mentioned him. And then Julius...
Did you see what Julius said?
That's what I was about to bring up. Julius was like, damn, the champ of my division just saw me get cooked live on TV.
That's really funny. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. But yeah, Dustin Jacoby is on the older side at 205, but doing the damn thing. 3-fight win streak, all by finishes. So it was very nice to see. I enjoy seeing him fight, so that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Min, Yang, Zhang, X.
Right, he fucking rips them to shreds.
Exactly. I just need him out the rankings, man.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. 3-fight win streak, all finishes at 205 at this point. And don't matter if you're 73, you should be top 15. Let's go. But yeah. That is the main card. A whole lot of solid fights, a lot of solid performances. Let's get going to the prelims. What do you guys want to talk about? What are your biggest things that you want to bring up? How you guys feel?
Bro, I thought Donchenko was going to knock Moreno out in the first round. Yep. Moreno is far too tough for his own good.
Yes.
Because instead of just getting knocked out in the first round like he should have after he got knocked down and just 70 strikes landed in the first round from Donchenko trying to get him out of there. Yeah. But he was moving around, rolling. Like, he would be getting ground and pounded on for a decent amount of time. He gets told to move, and he's moving, and he just moved often enough to keep himself alive for that whole round. And then Donchenko got tired.
Yes.
But he still kept going. It was just sloppy now, like sloppier than it normally is. And the leg kicks, though. The leg kicks were ripping Moreno apart. 34 landed.
I thought that was going to be the TKO. Was going to be a leg kick TKO. I'll be honest.
Same. By like the second round, third round, I was like, he's getting him out of here. But it's going to be the leg kicks. Like,
yeah, I was like just cringing and grimacing and just like every leg kick. It was just like, oh my fuck, man. Like, what?
Those
like you
were
said,
nasty.
Moreno way too tough for his own good. Like, bro, you don't get paid enough to endure that. Like, oh my god, man. Went in with the fucking knee brace on, so you know that shit was already damaged going into it, and motherfucker, no mercy. Like, at 34 leg kicks, that is insane. I didn't know the actual number. It felt like a lot because he was just ripping that shit to shreds the entire bit. But yeah, that was brutal, and I felt real bad for Moreno on that one. That was tough.
Another guy we were talking about earlier has the same 1 in 5 in his last 6. Like, we don't need to keep this going. Like, yes, he's still positive in the UFC, but it's 13-10 and 1 no contest. He's starting to get before this recent losing streak of 4. He was 13-6 in the UFC.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's fucking rough, man. Oh, but yeah, it very solid ass performance for Daniil Donchenko. Dude just goes for it, man. It's crazy. A lot of fun. I was very sad to see Nico Peris get done like that.
Yeah,
that made me very sad. I didn't believe in Nikolai at all. He sucks.
Yeah,
I thought Nico would still be able to get it done.
It's like bro was 1-3 in the UFC before this fight, and I was supposed to believe he was going to beat Nico, even if Nico is on a bad streak. I just really didn't think he could.
It made me very sad to see, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, you know.
How it went, you know.
Yep. And there was some nice controversy in the Jakub Wiklax fight in Gafarov. I can't believe it took fucking 40 commission members standing around a monitor to determine if he tapped before or after the bell.
When he so clearly tapped before, like.
I was about to say, when I was watching it, like, when I watched it live, I was like, did he just tap right at the buzzer? Or was it right after watching it live? Then after the first replay, I was like, oh, he tapped.
Yes, and that's what I mean, is like watching it live, me and Jimmy both were like, he tapped. But then it was like after the first replay, clear as day, tapped before the fucking bell. Clear as day. One replay is all it took. I don't know why it took so long.
On the commentary, fucking Paul Felder just like, oh, I don't know, are you sure? And he's just like, oh, I was looking at the other hand. It's just like, brother, it's not like their hands were fucking 25 feet apart. Like, you can't look at both the hands at the same time. Like, it's you just have a general look at the picture, and then you wait for one of them to start moving before you hear a sound or not. And then it's like 5 minutes later, and then they cut to all the people around the fucking monitors. It's like, what is going on?
That team of people Oh my god,
To
it
be
reminds
fair.
me. You know that picture where it's like Young Thug at the computer and he's got the dudes behind it? Like that's what was going on.
Too. Anyway,
yeah. I can't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, it was
just the thorough picture of him there. Like,
yeah.
Yep. Crazy though. That shit was funny, but yeah, just
is like the only reason I'm like I understand why they had so many people is because you don't want to get that wrong in a replay. Even though, like, yes, we all saw it very clearly. It's like you might as well do your due diligence, get it right. Don't have someone fuck up.
And that's where it's like I get it, but like
you should be confident in your
it was very clear.
To see that.
That's where it's like, brother, did every commission member have to triple check it for themselves, like for it to be signed off on? Because that was the time it took to get it done. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I get everyone's 80 plus fucking running the shit, but it's like, holy fuck, man. Just that was just very funny to see. Got a performance bonus for it. That was kind of surprising.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Is I was kind of shocked that he did that, considering. Yeah, you had fucking Dustin Jacoby with the nasty knockout. You had Nikolai with the nasty knockout, but he probably lost 4 minutes and 58 seconds of that fight until he grabbed that mounted ghillie, which I guess crazy comeback for him. It's not like he was getting beat up badly or anything, but it just wasn't really a great fight overall. And then he grabbed it and he tapped last second. I was just surprised that it went to him over anyone else.
You can kill the man, but not the idea.
Yeah, I know. It was so funny. It's like when, like, as soon as the fight started, it's like, yeah, both just kind of had the thought of like, you know, just felt like RDR, and then they said it on the broadcast, and it's like, yeah, this dude is like. But yeah, let's go. And then it's a fucking great night overall when you get to watch Priscilla Cachoeira get beat the fuck up for 15 minutes and walk away with a bloody ass face, and then did her best Marvin Vittori impression of
that was crazy.
Clearly losing a fight and then acting shocked when the judges' scorecards did not get read for you. That was just hilarious to see because I was like, what the
like I'm surprised Eric gave her 1 round. I had a clear sweep.
Yeah, I think.
Just
one person gave her to. I don't know. If anything, it had to be the second round. That was the closest.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't necessarily believe in her going into this fight because she didn't have the greatest performances prior. And then after this win, she got on the mic and pointed to this coach of hers and was like, after my UFC debut, I met this man and he told me that if I wanted to stay in the UFC, I had things to work on. I listened to him and here I am. And I was like, that makes so much sense. It makes so much sense that you got a new coach. You just started implementing new things to actually grow as a fighter because it definitely shows. So that's awesome for her. 27 years old, she could probably actually do things.
Yep, and it's one of those things where, especially at 135, you don't got to have that big of a skill set to actually do something.
Yeah.
So definitely excited to see if Claudia Segula can do anything in this division. Let's go. That's about it for the UFC.
The Polish went undefeated on this card.
Very nice.
There were 3 Polish fighters.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's go. That is it from the UFC. Tapology was terrible. Fuck it. I lost, so I'm sad. Didn't you? No, we did. We all did really good overall.
Yeah.
I mean, coming in last out of the 3 of us, I got 10 out of 13 fights right. So it's like that. That's fucking damn good. It was just the Mora going for Brazil and Nico Price.
The thing is, we all went for Bruno. Brazil, like we all got that wrong.
Yeah, that was the worst fight on the card. It
was the worst fight on the card as well.
I don't know how you felt, but it hit me like at some point during it, but it was like every time any bit of action would start to happen, they both instantly did something to their best ability to stop the action from happening.
Yes.
Yeah. Cut them both.
Good.
Yeah. Me and Ginger tied for first though, so my streak is still going.
Yep.
I was about to say,
sadly.
I only missed 1 fight. I got 12 fights right, but I didn't get any perfects. Kitty got 11 right, but got 1 perfect, and our decisions and semi-perfects were equal. So we tied. Annoying.
And that's called math.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, all did really good with the picks overall, so that's always fun to see. But PFL, they also had a card this weekend, which they had some very solid stuff go on overall. Yeah. At the top, I will say, all right. Well, I guess first, Usman Nurmagomedov taking on Alfie Davis. The finish itself, that was very nice.
Yeah,
that was super good. As soon as he grabbed a hold of that, the way that he just started fucking just getting his body weight on him and just rotating him over to fucking finish that, put him unconscious instantly. Super nice. But overall, it's just, as time goes on, man, it's just always, I'm just still, even though Usman Nurmagomedov keeps on winning 21-0, I'm just not that impressed with his overall skill set. As time goes on, I really don't know.
I feel like the biggest thing is that he's so uncomfortable on the feet, which sounds funny because kicking is one of like his best things, but that's the thing, is like his hands. He is so uncomfortable with his hands. He doesn't throw out jabs. He's not good at engaging. His counters look just sporadic and just like, frantic. It's like, he's just not good. Like, he probably triples his fucking kicks in some of these fights because he uses them as his jabs. He uses them as just his overall striking.
Yeah.
And like, you can't do that all the time, especially when they're not huge kicks. Even when he's like throwing them out up at the head, it's like, yeah, they're fast, but they're grazing, they're just touching, they're hardly knocking anybody out. They're not doing big damage. You're not hurting anybody. You're just throwing them out there to keep them back.
Yeah.
And then he goes for a takedown. Like
Ishara with takedown.
Basically. And it's like, just to have like really good takedowns, like especially that last one, the way he shot in on because I think he shot in on the single. He shot it on the single on his right side, then like ended up rising up to the body lock in the way that he like switched it around to the left side and like fucking beautiful work. Like he's got real good skills there. But that's where the amount of time overall he spends on the feet and trying to strike with his opponents, especially like Khabib talking about like his ability to come in, become a champion in the UFC. Bro, that you don't got the striking ability to compete with the top dudes at 155 pounds in the UFC. This is 155. 100%. Like, you can't have...
You have to know how to use your hands.
Yeah, like you can't be afraid to engage and not be clear-minded, clear-sighted in there and know what to do and how to do things. Like, if you're just throwing kicks and then shooting on takedowns on the outside, it's like, bro, you're not... Like, you're going to get wins over good people in that division, 100%. You're not becoming a champion. No shot. Fucking Arman Tsarukyan is 28 years old still. I believe so.
Something like that.
Usman's 27. You guys are in the same rhythm of your career. He's going to be there as long as you are, if not fucking longer, because if anything, you're probably going to bounce out the division or, like whatever. Probably will try and retire early or something to remain undefeated. You're not beating Arman, bro. You're not.
He's not.
No.
Like, it's like Arman is improving to the point that it's like, if Islam could still make 155 like healthily, I wanted to see that rematch. Like, that was super interesting. Like, I believe he has the skills to compete with Islam. Different levels, bro. Different levels. But yeah, so that was the main event.
Good for him, but yeah, stay in PFL.
Yep. Alfie's got some solid kicks with him as well. Like, definitely just that same kind of kicking style. But again, it just, like, watching that, it was like, damn, bruh, if Alfie was a bit better of a boxer, he could have fucked Usman.
And if he wasn't fucking around too much, too. Yeah. He was definitely playing around too much. And it's like, you are not doing good enough. You are not doing enough. And you, like, as much as I'm saying that Usman's not comfortable on the feet, exactly. He still is great in so many other areas and still has so many skills. Why are you fucking off?
Yeah. It's like he wasn't getting dominated, but you weren't winning either.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So that was that. Co-main event. This was depressing. This was awful. I hated every bit of this. I spent an entire year waiting for the PFL to give Shamil Musayev a fight, and they decided not to. And so then they decided to book him early, and the first card of the this year, and I was just like, sweet, let's go, draft fighter, 100%. And then they booked him against Ramazan Kuramagomedov, which I thought could be a very tough fight for him. Just not realizing, like you brought up earlier, the fucking odds on it going into it of how big of a favorite Shamil was going into it, kind of crazy. But holy shit, Shamil can deal with pressure. And granted, Ramazan, great pressure, insane pressure fighter. Shamil couldn't handle that for shit. He had nothing for him until the fourth round, once Ramazan actually got tired after 15 minutes of fucking hard motherfucking work, started to do some good things, started to go, couldn't do enough to get the finish. And then fifth round, it's one of those things where it's like you got dominated for 15 minutes and gave everything you could for another 5. You started to get tired. You know what I mean?
Let's not forget about the knee to the fucking head as he was clearly grounded. So on top of being down 3, when he was finally starting to win, he does that shit and gets a point taken anyway.
Yeah, and then to give his opponent more time to rest and that was like, holy fuck, bro.
There were so many times he looks like he was gonna do it and he didn't. We're like, okay, and then he finally just blasted him.
Yeah, so that really sucked.
Yeah. And then what sucked the most is this was the vacant welterweight title. They were both champions in their own rights from either the PFL tournament or, in Ramazan's case, the Bellator Championship Series.
Yep.
He beat Shamil. Both of them were undefeated, so he's still undefeated. He took the O off of Masayev and made him look like shit. He's 29 years old, and he said, I think I might retire. I've done enough.
I'm out.
So the PFL just made actual divisions and rankings and are trying to like make themselves a legit organization. And you just fought for the vacant title. Essentially, they're an inaugural title for the divisions.
Yeah.
And I won. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Like, bro, why?
That's the thing too. It's like 29 years old, 14-0. That's the thing that hurts the most. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you got such a damn good skill set. Like, obviously, it's not like the greatest striker in the world, but great striking overall. Like, fucking incredible pressure, great wrestling. Like, it just
I seen Thad Jean stop him as he was coming out of the octagon, and it seemed like he was saying some shit like, yo, don't go yet, you know? So we'll see, because it's not like he officially retired, just the contemplation. So maybe they'll be able to convince him for at least one more fight, you know?
That would hopefully, like, you know, that could happen. And I mean, especially with that, it's like I probably would have rooted for him, like, if he was just gonna, you know, like, if that wasn't the case, I would root for him against that Gene, honestly. But it's like, now they just need that Gene to win. So, because it's one of those things of like, you had Shamil win the championship tournament in 2024, yet that Gene win it in 2025, and like you mentioned as well, Ramazan winning the Bellator Champion Series. Those are 3 titles all in the same division that all float around at the same time with none of these fighters competing against each other. You kind of want to bring all of that together. That just helps all of the clarity and just smoothing everything out, gives more lineage to everything.
No, yeah, for sure.
If Ramazan goes in there and beats that and then just bounces after that, that just like kind of it's meaningless to do all of that. Like, they might even just want to let him retire and then just push that Gene. It's like, well, he won the tournament. You know what I mean? And just
I feel like it hurts the division more if he does.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Like,
it definitely does, but it's still just either way, like, god damn it, bro. Because especially for Masayev, it's like talking about his PFL run, like, it was great. He started it off and he ground and pounds Logan Storley, who's 15-2. Then he takes the O off of Murad Ramazanov. Then for whatever reason, he gets the rematch with Murad and beats him again. And then in the championship, takes the O off of Magomed Umaladov. Like, he had an incredible run in 2024.
Yeah.
And now he goes out there and looks like shit against another undefeated guy. So it's one of those things where Ramazan is clearly a great fighter, and he was just able to make him look terrible. But it just makes the division look bad too overall when it goes like this. Like,
So the Murad, it's because
points.
Yeah, Shamil was number 1 in the bracket, and Murad was number 4.
Yep.
Which is why I hated that the way they did it so much, because I'm like, we're getting a rematch immediately. We don't need to see.
Right. Yeah. Incredible.
One of the many flaws to the PFL tournament, but hey, we don't gotta talk about that.
So yeah, if Ramazan is 100% retiring, we're just gonna do Shamil versus that Gene.
I guess so. Like that.
Or do we do Thad Gene versus Abdul Abdurkayev?
No,
no.
Abdurrahimov?
Abdurrahimov, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we could kind of use that to bring it into this next one because the Lazy King.
Yeah. Bro fights lazy as shit. His nickname is so soothing.
Yeah, bro, I'm kind of like, because I've seen a lot of clips and like stuff, and like I've watched like I think 1 or 2 of his fights, and it's like he does have those exciting moments. He has those moments that work well for highlight reels and just, you know what I mean. But fucking shit, bro, sitting through an entire fight, it just feels like I'm watching potential get wasted before my very eyes, and it's so fucking frustrating. Like it's almost like I just like after watching that, I'm just like, holy fuck, bro, I almost just don't care and don't want to see him fight anymore because this is annoying.
Yeah.
Do more. You could clearly do it. You spend 25 minutes before the fight backflipping and doing cartwheels and all that shit. And then it's not even like he's exhausted in the fight. Like you're doing good fucking things, but then you just sit there and just fuck the fuck off for so long. It's like, God damn it, what's the point?
Yeah.
This should not have been a split decision. You could have a first round knockout and had a great fucking moment. And we could have been goddamn hyped. Be like, okay, well, Messiah have lost. It's fine. Whatever. Like, if Ramazan does retire, Thad Gene, Lazy King, that's a hype ass fucking fight. Show the highlight reel. Show whatever. Boom. Welterweight champ. Nah. You just want to fuck around. And ain't nobody going to find out. It's just
exactly.
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
All of that, yeah.
No.
Just not much more to go off of. It's just that, like.
but so that's where it's like I don't know what they do with the welterweight title. If they do that versus him versus Thad Gene, it feels like they probably will. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do just even though Shamil lost this, just do Thad Gene Shamil. That's honestly the better fight. It's a more meaningful one. Abdul
fights Logan. Winner of that fight gets title shot. We're good.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's where it's like, bro, the fucking knee bars, bro, such crazy moments.
It's like, 12 of his wins are by submission. He actually only has 2 knockouts.
Yeah.
Like, oh my, frustrating as shit.
The last 3 fights have all gone to decision, 2 split, 1 UD.
But it's just crazy looking at them because it's like they're all over the place too with RNCs, knee bars, inverted triangle chokes, arm triangle chokes, the Bravo choke. Yeah, like Anaconda. It's like he can definitely hit submissions. Where the fuck was this energy?
It's just not a focused enough application of his skill set to actually work towards those things. It just fucks around. That's it. Fucking giving up his back so he could try and fucking go for a knee bar again that he already missed. Like it's like but yeah, that is him. Really sad for Jesus Pinedo. That made me upset.
Yeah, this one was really bad. It's like the whole fight was absolutely nothing for 3.5-ish minutes. Where like who was it in there? Big Dan or Big John?
Big John.
Big John was in there. He had to literally like multiple times, come on, fellas, work. Like standing in front of each other, circling, kind of throwing jabs and leg kicks out there, but some of them not even touching. Like it was a lot of nothing.
Stop the fight to literally pull them and be like, guys, you have to go after each other. Like
And then Isbalayev just got Pinedo down, put him in a crucifix. Only landed a couple elbows, and Pinedo was like literally waving the fight off himself. 3 seconds left in the first round. It happened quickly. Just a couple landed, and you seen the panic eyeball staring up at the ref. Just it's over. And at first I didn't catch that. So it just felt like, okay, a really lackluster round. A couple elbows were landed, and then Big John is just ending the fight. Okay, what a lackluster fight. This fucking sucks. But then I saw that and I was like, obviously still lackluster and sucks, but not a Big John fuck up.
And just felt sad. Like, damn, bro, what happened, Pinedo? Like,
seriously.
It's like obviously one of those things, not in there, don't know what he felt, and like obviously took some nice elbows to his eye, but like
it's like, was he just getting beat up by Movlead in the last one? It's like he made it to the 5th round, and if I remember correctly, he did take a lot of damage. Like, he was getting beat the fuck up in that fight. Like, I wonder if it was just that. He was just on the bottom getting elbowed, and if it was just a fucking panic reaction of like, nope.
Bro, it's one of those. It's very possible. Like it's one of those things where we don't see it that often. Where it's like one loss specifically changes a fighter, and it like in a very like immediate way that you can recognize, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, bro, like it's one of those things where it's like at the end of the day, like people are going in there to beat the fucking shit out of each other. Like you go in there and you get beat the fuck up for 20 plus minutes. Like that's a long fucking time.
Yeah, and I feel like people don't actually understand that. Like even like just thinking of fucking street fights and shit, you know what I mean? Where it's like, bro, your average street fight is lasting like, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that
even. Exactly. I shouldn't even say like, you know, your average, but it's like at the most, it's like that's how long. It's like most of the time people go out there, throw crazy fucking strikes for like 45 seconds, think they've been there for 5 minutes, and it's just like, I won. But it's like it's literally like a minute and a half, not even that long. Like it's not long that people are out there doing this, you know? That's a long time. Because it's like even looking prior to this fight, he had been knocked out 2 times, and this was going back to 2014 and 15. He's 29 years old. So that's literally a fucking 17-year-old, 18-year-old Jesus Pinedo. Happened fast, and he's been doing very well since then. Couple, you know, drop decisions here and there, mostly first-round finishes and beating the shit out of his opponents. And then Mo Bleed happens. He gets beat the fuck up for, like you said, over 20 minutes, and now a couple elbows, and he's waving off in panic. No damage, no swelling, no open cuts. Again, like you said, we don't know what he felt in there. But even if something broke or whatever, like a lot of times you can see something.
Yeah.
Hope it's not anything crazy, obviously. But it's like, even if it's nothing crazy and that happened, I really do wonder if the Mo Bleed was just like a fucking career-changing fight.
Super possible, man. It just didn't even think about that at all, but that would be very sad if that ends up being the case, because just a guy where came through, what was it, the 23 tournament, and it just like absolutely cooked and fucking looked incredible, and it was like, holy shit, this is that, like, he was the perfect example of like the proof of the product of the PFL tournament, where you can get a random guy in there and have some other people with names, and he goes in there and he looks fucking good, and now he's got all this hype, and it's just like of underdog story of no one saw this coming. Like he is like the showing like that, that can work, and you could get great fighters to like rise really quickly. But that would definitely suck. But yeah, that definitely
one of those things where it's good he didn't immediately like win the tournament and wasn't able to just immediately get signed by like the UFC, because then it's like, what would have happened if he came over to the UFC against some of the other guys if they put him in a top 15 spot potentially? But it's like, damn, he might have gotten just fucked up.
No, that's definitely possible. But yeah, let's go. Other than that, not really too much on the card. Taylor Laplis got third round finish as his first finish in like a decade or some shit. I'm pretty sure it was a long time, at least like 5 years or something. But that was good for him, calling for a title shot at 135. Puya Romani, 3 years? Okay, I thought it was longer.
It was in
Puya Romani. Gotcha. Got a second round win over Carl Williams. He honestly, very solid fucking heavyweight with very solid skills. Not like the best overall, but good patience. Definitely gonna work on the striking, but he's got real good fucking grappling. That shit was good, man. Him talking about just dealing with a lot of shit leading into this one, so it just felt real bad, and it was just one of those things where Carl Williams, my boy, but it's like, just hearing all that, I was like, I really hope he can go out there and get it done, and him getting it finished, that was awesome to see.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Let's go. That is the PFL. Everything to talk about there. Then yeah, I know only other real thing that didn't really bring up too much was the draft. I know we kind of hinted on that a little bit earlier, but I know I had 2 draft fighters this week with Shamil and Kyoji going 1-1.
I didn't have anybody.
I had Kong Wang and Usman Nurmagomedov, so I went 2-0. Getting out to a early lead.
I did not realize. Well, that makes this even worse. I'm even more upset. This is horrible. Kate's 1-2. I'm 2-4. Ginger's 6-1.
Yeah, but now at this point, it's like I said, after I looked at that, I was just like, I'm gunning for the worst record. Let's just see how bad this can get. I've won 3 years in a row. Now I have to like shit the bed real bad.
I'm sure at this point we have the same fucking like win-loss rate, but I'm just double the amount of fucking. So I'm kind of just worse, you know? More fights, but maintaining the same.
True.
That's bad.
True. God damn it.
But let's go. That is everything for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. No fights next week, so a little break there. But we will catch you on the next one. Motherfucking Sean Strickland, Fluffy Hernandez fight night. Oh, I'm hyped for that. Fluffy's about to cook. Let's go. Peace out, everyone.